What's up, guys? So I cannot believe I'm actually about to make a video about this, but you guys will not stop asking me, where is Ken? Ken, blah, blah, blah. So if you don't know who Ken is, it is my ex-best friend slash almost boyfriend. We were never even official, but I guess I'm going to answer all that stuff in this video because you guys apparently love the Marites, the drama. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let's flash back. So Ken and I became friends in June is when we started being friends, because I had joined formed a dragon boat team for a fundraiser, and he happened to be one of the guys who joined on the team. So from then we all started just hanging out, and eventually in the group chat one day he asked me if I needed help selling ice cream at the bridge. So if you do not know, I sell ice cream. It's called Barbie's Ice Cream on this famous bridge here in Siargao. So he started being my assistant there for the bridge, and he would assist me a few times a week, always at the bridge, and that's how our friendship started, how we started becoming better friends. At the time, he actually had another girl that he was talking to, so him and I were just completely friends. I didn't feel like we had that connection, but we started getting closer in a sense where I did really look at him as one of my best friends. Now mind you, he already has 3 kids, and yes, they are with different women, so that was something I also knew, and for me that does kind of say a lot about a person. Yes. So, and also I wasn't really planning to share any of this information about our relationship because I feel like it's kind of private information, and I also wanted to respect both of our privacy but more on his. So yeah, but I guess I do owe it to you guys an explanation, since I do vlog and share a lot of my life out there, and then now you guys are wondering why he's not seen in my vlogs now. So yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, I had gotten a really bad motorbike accident in November. Right before this in November, I also had MRSA, which is a staph infection, in my eye. It started from the left and ended up transferring to the right eye. During this time, I was already really close with Ken, and his name is not Ken, his name is Mark. We decided to jokingly name him Ken because he was assisting me at the bridge, Barbie, Ken. It was just kind of like a funny thing. So when I had my eye infection is when we were getting, still closer, because he was a great friend for me. He would help me out when I had needed something, because after I had to get surgery in Cebu, he was there for me and would help me get medicine if I needed, because after I found out it was MRSA and it was not getting any better, I was instructed by the doctor that I had to stay home and stuff like that. So I would give him money and he would go to the market, and then we would cook at my house and we would eat, and he was a good friend of mine to help be there. He was there for me when I was struggling. And then flash forward to my accident, where I literally almost died. It was so bad. I don't remember anything. I was hit on a motorbike, wasn't wearing a helmet, because it's not really a known thing, people don't wear helmets here, and I almost died. So he was one of the first people who came and visited me in the hospital. At this time, he was my best friend. Mind you, he still had this girl that he was seeing from a distance, and we were strictly only friends. But during my accident, he was there for me the entire time. He traveled with me when I had to get an MRI. So he was really taking care of me during my accident. And during that time, we developed feelings for each other. I can't believe I'm even explaining this on the internet. This is hilarious. But yeah, so we started developing feelings because I saw how much he cared for me. And he really showed me what it was like to care for somebody. I've pretty much been single my entire life. So yeah, he showed me what it is to love somebody and to be loved and everything like that. Now, when my accident happened, it was only 2 weeks that I was here in Siargao before I went back to my country. So we are only seeing each other for 2 weeks. So we are just starting to get to know each other. So I went back to the States. We both agreed that okay, let's continue to talk and explore what's gonna happen, and maybe pick things up when I get back. So of course we continued talking when I was gone, and it was in a way we almost tried to accidentally build a relationship over a long distance. So it's like, for me, it doesn't work like that, because it was like, it's not like we were dating for months and years before and then we left, right? So it's like we were learning each other from a distance, and it caused a lot of issues. So yeah, basically, I realized he was somebody who's a little bit insecure, constantly needed like reassurance of what I was doing, where I was, and there was a huge time zone difference. And then he was getting really jealous when I was hanging out with my family, and like why I wasn't answering him 24/7 when I'm literally with like my sister and seeing my family and my cousins. And like really started overthinking, because he was missing me so much. And we were having miscommunication errors. Every day it was like a fight over nothing. Like I felt like there was an imaginary issue in his head, and then he wouldn't clarify what it was, and just like tell me there was like, you know, some sort of an issue, and wouldn't elaborate, couldn't explain what he was feeling, couldn't explain what the issue was. And every day I felt like it was walking on eggshells. And we started having like a lot of issues. Luckily in the beginning we were like, you know, starting to get through them, but I really feel like I was like, I don't know, I just don't really want to say anything that's gonna cause issues. But yeah, just like it wasn't working. We were really trying. It was hard from a distance. So yeah. And for anybody who doesn't know, my sister is handicapped. She has cerebral palsy. She can't walk. She can't talk. So she's like my reason for why I live a little bit extreme. I don't want to take anything for granted. To have the ability to even walk, for me, I can wake up, I can walk, no matter what else I'm going through. I know it's going to be a great day. And I feel like that's also why I'm like go, because I want to live for both of us. So mind you, this is the first time in 2.5 years that I'm back home trying to spend time with my family and enjoy. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of like weird to share details, because again, it's like I do want to respect his privacy and everything, but there was just always issues. Yeah, like, and I remember it was my sister's birthday one night. We were out for her birthday, and like I wasn't answering my phone that much, and I was being kind of short with him because I was trying to enjoy with my family, and of course it was causing an issue. It just seemed like after one thing after another, like we were having issues instead of like, and this is the very beginning. So I'm like, if this is the beginning, what's gonna be like long term? So I thought at first maybe it was just from a distance. That's why, because we are struggling to communicate. But communication for me is number one. You cannot put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand their situations. You know what I mean? And realize we are really coming from completely different worlds. I'm 24 now. He's 33. So for me, I consider myself pretty mature. So the age difference didn't bother me. But to be 100% honest, like I would have to pay for everything for the rest of my life in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have anything. Like he's unable to support the children he already has. So I'm like, it's just facts. It's true. So it's hard for me to imagine. Like I've communicated that from the start, that it'd be really hard for me to even consider having a family with him, knowing like I'd be the one having to support everything. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. But if there's God willing, he has a plan, you know what I mean? Like we can figure it out. But just like every day there was issues, and repeatedly the same issue. And I have always explained myself. He didn't believe me that I was ever going to come back to the island, and understand why I was like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's just always issues, communication issues, always, every day. And then he couldn't explain his feelings. He got really emotional. Very emotional. Like he let his emotions control him, and then he couldn't ever explain what he was feeling to me. He would just say there was like this issue, but not explain what the issue is. So I'm trying to guess, and I'm really trying to understand him. And I told him, like, I'm trying really hard to understand you, but you won't explain anything. He couldn't explain his feelings. He didn't want to put in the effort to explain or to try to think deeply. It became just very surface level conversations. And you know, for me, I don't know. I just, thing is, I'm really young still. I have a lot of opportunity. I want to still have the opportunity and go places, do things with my life, and not just only be tied down here. And I feel like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like there was much support in the things I wanted to do if I wasn't going to come back here just running to see him and just settle here and like take care of a family, like, you know, him for the rest of my life. That's just like how I felt. So we basically realized, like, we just still kept having issues, basically realized that we're not meant to be in that sense. At least we tried. We deeply care for each other. Maybe we even have love for each other, but it's not meant to be, right? So we agreed to just kind of be friends. And then we both just felt the things, like after even before we kind of agreed to be friends, we knew that there was like we knew it changed. Everything changed. The feelings we had for each other, just everything was different. But I personally wanted to wait to see if it was the same in person, because I thought maybe it was just the distance, like whatever, before I said anything, and like didn't want to hurt him, anything like that. So yeah, but basically we agreed that like let's just be friends, and potentially things are different when we're back together in person. Okay, so on my way here, I first had to do some things in Cebu and was spending some time there, and this is when we were already agreeing to only be friends. So I had like a collaboration with somebody there who is like now a good friend of mine. And mind you, like my vlog is my work. I put a lot of time and effort in it. When I have collaborations of places to go, like a lot of times it's for work, and it's an important opportunity for me, and I can't just only stay here. I love Siargao so much, but I need to leave sometimes. I still want my brain stimulated. I feel sometimes if I only stay here, I'm too comfortable. I need to get out of my comfort zone, and I need to grow, and I can't be held back in that sense. And like, you're more than welcome to come with me, but if somebody like that sense, if I want him to come with me, I would have to pay for everything, and it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like difficult situation, or somebody, and I felt like I need somebody who could understand, who's going to support my journey and everything, and like we can build a kingdom together. We're supporting each other, you know what I mean? And whatever. So I had like a collaboration, and at the time we were already just friends, and we made a post together, and he got super jealous about it. And even before, he was making posts like with I was helping him get tour guides and surf lessons with some of my like friends here and guests, like my followers, subscribers. And then he would like be making videos always with like foreigner girls, I know, trying to make me jealous, whatever. And then after I had made this collaboration post with somebody, he got super jealous and went and then posted pictures with girls, saying that like making it look like they were his girlfriends, even wording it saying that like they were his life, they were his world, something like that. And then he went and posted another one, and I'm not going to mention the name of like the vlogger that I did a collab with. Maybe you already know who I'm talking about, but he has like a specific name that he calls himself, and he literally worded the name but put girl in front of it. Like, I'm with girl this, and like I don't even want to say it because it was so petty, so immature. Like, it made me cringe. Like, this is supposed to be my best friend, this is supposed to be somebody I like, you know, once loved, and like he was it really turned me off. Like, it was so cringy, and I was so disappointed. And there was a bunch of drama that was happening with other people in the island too, and he kept like publicly like talking about the drama and making his opinion public and stuff. And I know, like, whatever, and it was just like really turning me off. Like, I saw his immaturity, and the more we learned each other, the more I realized, like, the more I learned him, and the more I saw his true side, his true colors. And I was just really surprised. I felt like I didn't recognize him anymore, to be honest. Like, we didn't even know each other anymore. The way he would talk to me is like so different. I was just so confused. Like, I really felt like the entire relationship I was gaslighted and manipulated. There was always issues, and he would turn them somehow to make it seem like it was my fault, and I even believed it. It got really toxic. I'm not gonna lie. It's just facts. I'm not perfect. I had many issues sometimes too, and I think for me and our culture, I'm a very straightforward person. If there's an issue, I have no problem like maturely communicating it, and not just like being petty and immature. But that's how he would be. Like, he would be like petty, and if I was out with my family, wasn't answering, like he would make some really petty comment about it and like not believe me where I was. Like, I could not believe it. So like we were always playing these games. Like, I don't like that. I'm mature. Let's talk about, if there is a real issue, let's talk about it maturely and whatever. So yeah, whatever, back to this whole collaboration and like social media drama. Like, he was publicly posting like really immature situations that weren't even like true facts. I can't even explain it. Like, I can, but I don't want to. It doesn't matter. I just started seeing things that I was like, bro, what the heck? So we had already planned that him and my other two friends here would pick me up from the airport. This is the same like night before before my collaboration was posted, and then he had gone and posted those like really immature comments, like basically trying to cause a fight with me over social media, and then was still planning to pick me up from the airport. So he picked me up from the airport, and it was the most awkward thing in the world, not even gonna lie, because he was acting so weird, so like immature. And then in person, I tried to like, okay, let's just pretend it didn't happen before we can like talk about it later or something. Like, let's have a mature conversation. but like he wouldn't even say a word. When he picked me up with my friends, wasn't talking at all. It was so awkward. So everybody saw the video, like, why did they just hug? Like, why are they not together? Because like it was already immature and awkward after he went and posted 3 different pictures with 3 different girls, making it seem like they were his girlfriends and whatever. So yeah, and then flashback, like still trying to be friends, even invited him over for dinner like the following week after this, like, let's be cool, you know, like let things settle. And when I was gone, I was letting him use my motorbike and everything, and like was paying for it. And then like, long story short, I also saw him, I have a sidecar for my ice cream that my friend lets me borrow. So he took it to his house because he needed it one day to bring something, and because it's like big, you can put big things on it, right? So I really needed to get it to the shop to fix it for my friend to then get it back to her. So like it was just sitting at his house, and he started using it. I caught him using it with his friends, and then one time he took a bunch of like girls to go surf. It's like a 45-minute drive, and put their surfboards on it. Like, I don't know if he was teaching them or just hanging out with them, whatever. So I confronted him. I was like, look, like, you didn't even ask if you can use it, and I told you I really need it back to get it in the shop. Like, can we please get it in the shop? Like, and whatever, like, not really cool, bro. Like, it's not cool. So it caused a whole fight. Like, he started like trying to like say whatever, like being petty about it, saying that I don't take care of it, all this, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm trying to get it back, whatever. I don't even know how to explain it. But then he threatened me about how long I even want, like, I don't know, whatever. He threatened me, started swearing at me and all that. So it's just like, what the heck, you know what I mean? And then later that night he tried to call me asking if I wanted him to come over because I think he was drinking. And like every night I see him at the party with other girls, like, you know, like, that's fine. Like, that's just not what I want. I don't want somebody, like, I don't know, I shouldn't even be, like, it's so weird that I have to even say this on social media, but you guys will not stop asking me, and you guys are even trying to create stories saying I was using him. Like, what would I be using him for? So everything we had, our relationship and friendship was real. It wasn't fake. But, you know, we were just like, God put us in an intimate way for a very short amount of time, just like literally a couple weeks. And yeah, we realized like it wasn't gonna work. Like, I learned a lot from him, and you know, and I don't regret anything. But yeah, so that's sums it up. So honestly, after being threatened and some certain things that he said to me that I'm not gonna share, I don't really feel comfortable being friends with him still. Unfortunately, it is really sad that like we were once so close that we're not anymore. But everything happens for a reason. I think it's best that I stay distant from him and don't want to communicate. And yeah, so that's it. It's just not meant to be. People are meant to come in your life and sometimes leave. There is a purpose to everything that happens in your life. So I thank you very much for understanding. I hope you can respect both of our privacies. I know deep down he is still a great person. We had many good times together. But it's just our best interest that we do not like really be associated right now anyway. Yeah. Thank you guys.